Okay, so I think I changed my mind on what I'm gonna do because Darren, the welder, isn't gonna be here for probably another couple hours. So while he's not using the power in the garage, I think I'm gonna start rebuilding my bathroom cabinet. So I bought that one at IKEA, and I wish I hadn't. The more I look at it, the more I hate it. It's not really made of good enough material to make a shower out of. It's like press board, and then it's just got like a plasticky coating on it, and I'm not about it, and I'm kind of sad that I spent the money, but whatever. I bought it at the time because I felt like I didn't have another option, and I've decided that my option is just to make it. So I think I'm going to start cutting out some pieces of that. I've already got 1/2-inch plywood, so I'm just going to use that for everything. And then I've got some smaller pieces for bracing. I hope it works. I don't really know how to build a cabinet, but I'm going to figure it out. So I'm going to build that, and then either when I take a break with that or when the welder comes, that's when I'll start working on the inside. We just can't use the power at the same time because we keep popping the breaker. So yeah, I'm gonna get started on that. Okay, so I was cutting pieces of wood and thinking about how this should go together for my cabinet that's gonna turn into a shower. So essentially it's just gonna be a box that you can open the front doors, lift the counter, and then it'll be all sealed so you can take a shower in there, and curtains will just go up around the roof. So what I'm thinking is you're gonna need to step in, so there can't be the top brace on the front above the cabinet doors. But I'm gonna put a different kind of countertop on it, and it's probably going to be pretty thick, so it could be heavy. It's going to be resin or something equivalent to resin. What I'm thinking is that front brace, maybe I'll just put little notches in the wood so that I can make it removable, so that when I need to get in there I can just pull that piece out. I feel like that's the better way to go, because then I know my structure is going to be good. Yeah, I think that's what I might do. And I think my rubber paint for the inside of the cabinet is coming tomorrow, so I'm hoping I can get a lot of this done today. I'll need to get some doors. I'm just going to get them at the Restore instead of trying to build them. And then I decided that I'm going to make a little platform for it to stand on. First, so it matches the look of the other cabinets, because they don't go all the way down to the floor. They have like probably a 4-inch little platform they sit on, which I could cut off if I wanted, which I thought about. But I think I can put some spray foam up under there to give me another layer of insulation. And for under the shower cabinet, I'm thinking that's gonna be a really good thing. Also gonna give me a little more stability when I stand on it. I mean, I'm only weigh like 100 pounds, so it's not like I'm gonna be putting a ton of weight on it, but I want it to hold up for years. So I feel like that's the way to go. Give it as much extra structure as possible. I might even put a couple of bracing beams on the bottom. We'll see. Okay, so here's pretty much the frame of my shower cabinet, I guess. I'm thinking that's gonna be fine. I mean, it's not a ton of room, but it's not bad. And I think my toilet will fit in here just fine too. Yeah, this should be good. Ta-da! So I'm standing here trying to figure out how to put this cabinet together. and I don't know how they do it. This is definitely a skill I have not acquired yet. So I'm gonna go to YouTube for some suggestions. Definitely a student of YouTube University. I have learned a lot from people on there. So I'm gonna see if I can figure out how to build a cabinet, and then we'll come back to this. Okay, so here's what I have for my shower cabinet so far. Not too bad. I'm gonna fill under there with spray foam and put some more bracing under there. So this piece is going to be part of my subfloor. This is the next piece to go in. The wheel wells fit in this space right here. And that goes on the other side. That needs a little bit more. I need 2 more inches on the top to cross the wheel wells, and then it's gonna come out longer again like that side. So that'll be on the next piece of wood. I decided that since it was such a nice day, I was gonna hop up on the roof and get a little bit more sanding done up there. Okay, so there's no guarantees that tomorrow is going to be as nice as today. So since I got this part sanded down, I think what I'm going to do is I found a couple of, not holes, definitely not holes, but questionable weird thin spots. So I'm going to put some JB weld on them, and then I think over all this exposed metal right here, it kind of started to rust again, even with the tarp on it. So I knocked all that off, and now I think I'm gonna put a coat of like spray bed liner over it just to get something on there so that it'll have some more protection from the weather. And I should have, I'm hoping, at least another 45 minutes of light, so I'm hoping this will work. Okay, so I'm pretty satisfied with how this looks. I've now used 3 different brands of JB weld or steel weld base epoxy stuff. I don't really know. But I've used 3 different ones at this point, and I think even though they've all been hard to get out of the tube, I think the first one worked the best. Also, I liked how quickly it set. This one takes, I think it said 2 to 3 hours to set. I did go back over some of the spots I had already done just to make them even and make sure they were sealed. So I did that, so that's done. So I definitely broke the ladder. I think I owe my dad a new one. Good morning. I didn't film it yesterday, which I probably should have, but I finally got the heater out and the AC disconnected. So hopefully that'll be out next weekend when I have a couple more hands, because it's really heavy. So it's still attached to the ceiling, and the wires that run to it are still connected, but that's it. The coolant in and out tubes are disconnected finally, which was my biggest issue. So I got the coolant tubes out of the heater too. So the only problem is coolant goes in and then hot coolant comes back out the other tube. So if I just capped it, it would be pressurized on one tube and just blow the cap right off. And I absolutely didn't want that. So I was looking for a U-bend, but I found this straight piece that fit right in. So I just connected them, and I'm gonna put it up on my wall, which I'm about to do right now. There was a little bit of an issue with the AC one because one of the tubes is bigger than the other one. So I'm having to use the Dremel and kind of scrape away at the inside. It's kind of working. I think my dad's gonna come help me try and figure out how to get these two connected, because they don't make a connector piece with two different sizes. I don't know why these tubes are different sizes, but they are. Luckily the AC one was dry when we pulled it out yesterday, which I don't really know. It's probably not a great thing, but whatever. Doesn't matter now, because I mean, that might have been part of why my AC wasn't working before. Huh. Anyway, yeah, so I'm gonna get that done, get those finally taken out, so we'll have more headspace in the back and I can actually move around back here, and that'll be great. Sanded down all the edges so that they go in towards it. And then I also did the same thing in kind of a Y shape here. So I just took the sander and went in this direction so that hopefully all the water will run to the center and then down to here. I put a ball on here to test it and it seemed to work. So now we're gonna take this rubber paint, which I got on Amazon. I'll post the link below. And first I'm just gonna go around the edges, probably about 2 or 3 inches all the way around, just to make them built up just a little bit higher than the rest of it, just to make sure water's gonna run the right way. And then I'll do a coat over the whole thing. I was just sitting here thinking, and I think I'm gonna do the next coat of the rubberized paint after I put it together, because I have that Hydro Stop fabric that needs to go in the corners, and it's gonna need a coat of the rubber paint and then be put on while that's wet, and then another coat of rubber paint over it. And I wanna make sure all of the corners are sealed, not just those ones, but like the ones on the walls too. So yeah. Also, I forgot to say, but I put 2 coats of Kills primer on there, just to keep, even if moisture does get in there, at least it won't mold. So 2 coats of primer, a coat around the edge of the rubber paint, and then I'm gonna do 2 coats of rubber paint on the whole thing, and Hydro Stop fabric in the corners. I'm sitting here doing all my math for how much I've spent on the welder who's working on the outside of my bus, and materials and his gas and all that. Honestly, I probably should have just gone with the shop, and I'm only just realizing this now. It's gonna come out to probably about the same price. I might save like $200. Oh well, I learned. Hey guys, so I forgot to film it, of course, but I did something super important yesterday and I'm super excited about it. I got the AC out. Yay! It took a few extra pairs of hands, but my dad and his girlfriend helped me and it went really fast actually. So, yay! I'm stoked about it. Now I can get this last piece of the back wall out, and the spray foam, and I found some more duct tape up there. So yeah, now all that can be done and I can finish framing up here. Yay! I'm almost done cutting the bracing pieces. So yeah, I'm just gonna get back to that.